best fighting the best in mega fight.
A battle of undisputed champions is set for September 30th, when Saul Canelo Alvarez puts his 4 super middleweight championships on the line against undisputed junior middleweight champion Jermell Charlo.
Two of boxing's most explosive and electrifying fighters.
The Mexican was tipped to take on Jermell Charlo, but instead is fighting his twin brother Jermell, who is the undisputed super welterweight champion.
I think both are great fighters, but I think Jermell have better opposition.
Canelo, who turned 33 last month, has been a champion at 4 weight classes, a unified champion in 3 of those classes, and the undisputed champion 1.
Canelo been a top guy for a long time. And if you want to be great, you always want to just fight the top guy.
Jermell is looking to cement his legacy by jumping up 2 weight classes to challenge Canelo for his undisputed super middleweight championship.
Styles make fights, and I believe that Canelo and Charlo's styles clash perfectly to make this a great fight on September 30th.
Many fans is calling it a mismatch in favor of Canelo, as thinks that Jermell, who has been hurt by fighters at 154, will have problems with Alvarez's power.
He's been a pro since he's 15 years old. Woo! All those training camps, all that wear and tear.
It will be more challenging for Jermell than Canelo lets on because he's never fought anyone at 168, and he had a dickens of a time just beating tiny 5 feet 7 inches Brian Castaño and Tony Harrison at 154.
I think you're going to be more surprised by my power and my strength that I do really have, and I pack a different type of punch.
Moving up 2 weight classes won't be a piece of cake for Jermell because he's never been hit by someone with Canelo's power before, and his shots might not affect the Mexican star.
I'm gonna put my everything there. My experience, my power, my skills.
Mexican superstar and pound-for-pound great Canelo Alvarez will defend his undisputed super middleweight world titles in a blockbuster showdown against hard-hitting undisputed junior middleweight world champion Jermell Charlo.
This is like the World Series, the Super Bowl.
The matchup is pivotal in the careers of both men, each of whom has advantages and disadvantages going into the battle.
Jermell's coming with fireworks. I'm sure Canelo's coming with fireworks. I'm looking forward to having a great performance and a great victory that night.
If you look at Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez's boxers, there is a vast difference in terms of what each has achieved in their respective careers, their caliber of opponents through the years, and their championship status around the world and also as a pay-per-view star.
He's been atop the pay-per-view structure in this sport for 10 full years.
Jermell Charlo debuted in December 2007 into the paid ranks after racking up a respectable amateur campaign with 64 bouts and 8 losses. Jermell and his identical twin, Jermell, had gone to the gym at an early age with their father, who trained there as a boxer.
And they would call the little kids outside and box everybody.
These 2 champions did what they had to do. They planned each chartered course, and along the way, they sometimes bit off more than they could chew, but they each saw it through.
I feel like I'm ready. My brother's ready. We started climbing. If they don't give us a
Jermell Charlo has achieved greatness at junior middleweight, dominating and bullying his opponents for years but also having to take a few blows along the way.
But he just got nailed.
With wins against experienced fighters in Demetrius Hopkins, Vons Martirosyan, Joachim Alcine, Charles Haley, and Austin Trout, it seemed the man known as Iron Man would be very hard to beat. In December 2018, he lost to Tony Harrison by a unanimous decision in a fight where he looked totally off in terms of timing, strength, and speed.
Charlo might have lost that fight, but in the rematch, guess what? He made the right adjustments.
Charlo avenged the loss a year later, pummeling and breaking down Harrison with multiple left hooks, knocking him out in the 11th round.
Harrison can go down again, the ropes are keeping him up, now he's wobbled.
Charlo became the first undisputed champion at 154 pounds last year with a victory over Brian Castaño, but a shot at Canelo carries exponentially bigger rewards, both for his wallet and his legacy. Canelo Alvarez entered the ring for the first time as a professional at just 15 in 2005 and won his first world championship in 2008.
Y desde niño él mostró el carácter. Y ahora es lo que lo ha sacado adelante, el carácter.
He has fought in classes from welterweight to light heavyweight and is the only undisputed champion in super middleweight history.
Es un logro más para mi familia, para mi equipo, pero sobre todo para todos ustedes, para todo México. Mexico.
In his career to date, the 33-year-old Canelo has faced every challenge, going up and down in weight, fighting a list of superb, tough, awkward, dangerous opponents.
If you see how many world champions or former world champions he's fought, it's incredible, it's unmatched.
Alvarez has admitted that he looked subpar in his last 2 fights, decisions over faded rival Gennady Golovkin in their 3rd fight in John Ryder.
I agree. No, I don't look my best in the last 2 fights.
The Mexican star's critics believe he has slowed down after 18 years and dozens of training camps as a pro, even though he's only 33, the same age as Charlo and 2 years younger than Terence Crawford.
I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo.
The longtime face of boxing appears to be at a crossroads. He must win this fight to restore some of the respect he lost after his setback against Dimitri Bivol and uninspired performances in his last 2 fights.
Definitely not in his prime, but he's still a really good fighter. Canelo's an elite fighter.
He probably will have some problems with Charlo's quickness and athleticism early in the fight, but he'll methodically cut off the ring and take advantage of the opportunities that will result from Charlo's moments of aggression by landing hard, accurate counters.
When they step in the ring with me, it's completely different.
Charlo can be hit. He was outboxed by Tony Harrison and had trouble with Brian Castaño in his first fights with them, although he crushed them in rematches.
Mel be the best version of himself. Go out and be focused in training camp, focus in the fight.
And Alvarez punches much harder than any 154-pounder. The showdown with Alvarez is Charlo's opportunity to prove he's a transcendent fighter.
Lateral movement, good abilities to move around the ring. I'm a general just like he is.
If we focus on their attributes in the ring, big fight experience, speed, footwork, poise, balance, body punching, counter punching, variety of punches, accuracy, defensive movement, overall punching power, and granite like chin, you cannot dispute that it has to be Alvarez all the way. Dimitri Bivol created the blueprint on how to beat Canelo by using a strong jab and throwing 4-punch combinations all night long.
Charlo, man, he's got to fight a very intelligent fight. He's got to be real focused. Do not let his pride, his emotions get involved.
If Jermell wants to beat Canelo, he needs to follow that blueprint and not veer away from it.
I'm different now, and I prepare myself for a different kind of fights.
If he makes Canelo respect him early, we could see the momentum change.
He's got to get that respect early in the fight and let Canelo know, hey, I got some power too.
Alvarez is slippery and patient, but if he starts trading back, watch for Charlo to parry with the jab and then snap that heavy left hook at his opponent's chin.
I think the jab is going to be a key factor for Jermell.
If Jermell stays on the outside and moves a lot, the way that Gennady Golovkin did in his trilogy match with Canelo, he'll lose the fight.
I strongly feel Canelo is going to beat Charlo.
Canelo's quick twitch shots to the body will rack up more damage.
That was a headshot.
But don't expect Alvarez to swing out of his shoes.
Canelo will probably knock him out in 6th or 7th round.
He'll win this fight the way he does every bout, gliding in and out and choosing windows of opportunity.